gets it to see it after we go live. So this is like chill, sip and see, a little play on the words there. If you're enjoying, whether it's a water or your evening cocktail, whatever it is, but just wanted to take a quick minute together and go over a couple of the sort of basics to get us ramped up. So what I'm going to do is, there's a small enough group here that if people have questions, like type them in the chat, I'll see them, I can respond. But what I'm thinking will be easiest is to go over the concepts, and I have some videos teed up to like show you exactly the how-to of everything. And so if anyone has questions after, then we can, go through those. And a lot of this is going to be you, focused on doing what we are practicing sort of together afterwards, like on your own time. So yeah, I think that's the flow of tonight. Like we'll go through it pretty high level at the beginning and then like really nitty gritty, like into the step by step. So what we're going to do is get you we're going to mute everyone.
We're just kind of going like this and like as I went like that.
All right. And well, again, if you want to use the chat function to ask any questions, I'll try to be responsive to that. I've got the chat up, while we are talking. So I can see Yael, welcome. Is that how I say it? I think, did I do it right? Thanks for being here. Good. All right. So we're getting ready to buy an NFT. And we are really excited for you all to be interested in the Tuttle Tribe and want to get you set up for that. So what we're going to do tonight, just kind of high level, like what is Web3 and what are NFTs, just to ground us in why we're even doing this. But then we're going into the how-to. How do we create that digital wallet and how do we transfer ETH into that wallet so that we can get you set up? All right. So starting high level, what is Web3 and why does this matter? So, Web3 is really the future. If we just like pull it all the way back to the most simple form, and why I think all of us are feeling very empowered by this moment, is that this is the next phase of the internet. This is the technological revolution that like decades from now we'll look back and say, remember the beginning of Web3. Like this is that moment. So blockchain technology is really the pivotal driving force of the change here. And what blockchain technology means is that is open source, right? All like applications are decentralized, data is decentralized, information is decentralized, and it allows users to have ownership of your data and your content, which is really great. And, we are excited about that, but it also means we have to be thoughtful about how we are securing ourselves and securing the digital assets that we're owning. And so when we go into the aspects of like how we set up our wallet tonight, we want to do those very thoughtfully in a secure environment. And we'll get into that in a second. Super high level, Web3 is the future. It's the evolution of technology. And it means through blockchain technology, we are owning digital assets. So one of the digital assets that we really want to drill into owning are NFTs. Okay, so when we break down what that stands for, non-fungible tokens, it means things that are digitized, all of the sudden we can own. And we're really familiar with the power of digital content, right? I mean, I think probably most of you saw this event tonight through an Instagram post, right? Like through some sharing of a digital graphic, right? Well, now people can own those themselves versus it being someone else's ownership. And we also understand the power of owning things that are shared widely, not just like our own photo, but think about domains, right? Think about like in the beginning of the .com era when people were running around trying to buy like Miami.com or food.com, like you knew that people were going to use those websites and that owning that .com was going to be lucrative as an asset. that is sort of the same thing NFTs represent. So it is non-fungible in the sense that it's one item that you own, and it cannot be broken apart or replicated. And it can really be anything. It can be art, obviously, but there are many other use cases for NFTs. And the one that we think is really interesting and what we focus on with Tuttle Tribe is the utility aspect. So oftentimes that digital asset is a representation of something else. It's like, think about a Soho membership, and instead of having your actual card, you have a digital asset that shows you, that you are part of or a member of that. Or think about, some people ran a marathon today in Miami. Instead of getting the medal afterwards that, maybe gets hung on a door and then gets thrown away, you have the utility of that memory or like commemoration of the marathon as a digital asset, right? So there's utility built into these sometimes as well. And of course, people also use NFTs as an investment opportunity. And so, there's different types of reasons you might buy an NFT, and therefore that might determine how much cryptocurrency you're moving into your digital wallet when we get there later. But all of those decisions are up to you. That's not on us. That's for you to think about. What do you want to get into in Web3 and in NFTs? We simply want to walk you through. Once you decide what that answer is, we want to get you set up to do that. All right, so now into the fun stuff. So the Tuttle Tribe, which is launching on March 16th, this NFT is, in my humble opinion, a very beautiful piece of art and ownership of a digital asset. So there is a collection of 3,050 of these NFTs. 305, of course, we had to have a nod to the 305. And each one of them will be unique. But each one of them will also represent this piece of utility. So you don't know which one you're going to get when you first mint, which is kind of fun. And yes, Marcella, yes, exactly, because of Julia Tuttle. So, we're really inspired to be living in Miami, which is the only major US city that was founded by a woman. And we want to pay tribute to her and really kind of showcase how that inspires us to break glass ceilings as, women moving into Web3. So the Julia Tuttle, honoring her is the name of the collection on purpose. And so you'll see these elements of female empowerment. You'll see the elements of digital wealth, right? We want to be empowered to get equity, right? To get a return on investment. So you'll see that come through the collection, and you'll also see beauty and vibrancy of Miami come through the collection. So when you mint, you will get a random piece of one of these pieces of beautiful art that also is your token to in-person events. And right now we've been holding events for our women's group, but this is actually going to be open to co-ed environments. We will always keep our women's group for different learning events. And then we will also have co-ed opportunities and opportunities for our male allies to even learn a little bit more about skills in male allyship. So the first piece of utility of the NFT is that access to the in-person events. We also have some great partnerships and discounts with different brands. We have conferences that are coming up where, they want to offer the 3,050 holders of the Tuttle Tribe a special discount. There's learning academies. We already partnered with Republic Realm, and we offered, that was $1,000 academy, and they offered that free of charge for a group of women as part of our group. And so those are the types of utility that'll be built into owning one of these awesome pieces of art. So you are able to mint these on March 16th for 0.05 ETH. And thank you, Ludwin. I know, and you know what? Thank you for saying that, because I need to shout out the artist. This is fire, right? And that's because this is by Amaranta Martinez, who is an Emmy-winning artist. I mean, she comes from a background of, you know, incredible creation before this, but this is her first NFT project. And so we're really excited to be, you know, part of that onboarding experience with her. So you're empowering and supporting women all the way through when you buy one of these NFTs. They are 0.05 ETH, and let's remember that for later when we get into like how we transfer currency. Okay, now into the nitty gritty. Let's get you ready to set up a digital wallet. First things first, you are creating your space, your bank account for your digital assets. And you want to make sure when you're creating that you're in a place that you feel safe. So this might not be the best thing to do if you're at a Starbucks or at a public library and you're on public Wi-Fi and there's other folks, you know, around you. You might want to be in the security of your own home or at an office setting where you feel like you can keep that private key safe. And we'll get into what that is. So first things first, make sure you're safe. Second thing, there are different options of wallets that you can set up. I'm going to walk us through Metamask because honestly, I use Metamask. That's the one I know best. Coinbase also has a wallet, which may be a good option for some if you end up using Coinbase as your cryptocurrency exchange as well. But there are various others. So you're going to watch me go through Metamask. If you say, I don't like that, or, you know, I want to check out another one, please feel free to find another wallet that works for you. All right, setting up your MetaMask. Here we go. So step one, first thing you're going to do, and you probably can't see my screen, can you? We might have lost that, huh? Hold on one second. All right, here we go. So step one, this is literally screen grabs of me Google searching first, MetaMask. Okay, first things first, go to our handy dandy Google. We find MetaMask. It's metamask.io. Click there. And what you're going to see is the option to download MetaMask. Okay, we are doing this on a browser. There is also the extension on your phone, but you cannot do step one on your phone. You have to set up your account on your browser. Okay, so we click download, we scroll down, install MetaMask for Chrome. So what MetaMask is actually an extension. So you're adding this extension, okay? So everyone saw that. We went to Google, we found metamask.io, we said we want to download it, we said add extension, okay? So now we're adding the extension. MetaMask has been added. And when you click on the extension in the right-hand corner, you'll be taken here. And the Mr. Firefox, you know, sort of fox-looking gentleman will follow where your cursor goes until you go down to get started, okay? If this is the first time that you're creating a MetaMask, you're going to click create a wallet. If you have a wallet somewhere else and you want to merge it over with MetaMask, then you're going to import wallet. We're not going to go through that right now, though. We're focused on the create a wallet side, but that is, you know, one of the things you can do. So create wallet, we're going to click here. And you read through here of what MetaMask will and what it won't do. And you agree to that. And then you're going to set a password. Okay. Now your password is, you know, 8-character, minimum of 8 characters, whatever password you want to use. Okay. You set up your own password and then you're going to click create. So that's step one. Now, once you've decided your password, we're going to go to step two. So step two will actually walk you through this video that explains your private key secret phrase. Okay. This is different than your password. This is a 12-word phrase that Nobody else knows. MetaMask doesn't know this. Remember at the beginning when we talked about the power of Web3 and moving into Web3, and the beauty of that is decentralization. Well, one of the challenge or new elements of this that we may not be used to is that there is no centralized database of your password anywhere. This isn't like, hey, Bank of America, you know, I forgot my password. Can you help me get in? You can't call MetaMask and ask them. So this 12-word seed phrase is extremely important to keep safe, to write it down in multiple places if you need to some people engrave it. That's one of the things they talk to you about in this video. I suggest, and I learned this trick from Supreet, who's one of the members on our team, and she's worked in blockchain technology. So I use a software called 1Password, and I keep all of my passwords and everything that I need to remember in there. I also have that phrase written in a couple places, but this is not the type of thing that you want to, you know, just text to yourself. This is not the type of thing that you want to put on a note on your phone. You know, that's public, and other people could get access to that. And if they get access to that, then they have access to everything within your wallet. Okay. So really make sure that this securitization moment, that you're ready for it, that you've got that, you know, thoughtfulness around where you're going to put that phrase. Okay. So we got our extension on our browser. We, you know, got our phrase ready. Step 3. Dun, da, da, da. Okay, congratulations. And you're in. Okay, once you have that 12-word phrase, you copy it, you've got it saved somewhere, you will be brought to this page. This is what MetaMask looks like. And here you are. And because your account will be brand new, this is what you will see, right? There's nothing in it yet. It's brand new. We're going to kind of go through on this account the elements of it that you want to really pay attention to. So again, your wallet is the place that you store those digital assets. It's a place that people can send you digital assets as well. And you don't have to be worried about people knowing your account number. You don't want them to know your security phrase, your secret phrase. No, 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 no. But your account number, sure. Your account number is kind of like if somebody, you know, throw back to like the 80s or 90s, went in the yellow pages and looked up your phone number, right? This is like your email address. Like people can know what the account number is there at the top. And oftentimes you want people to know this because this sharing this information is what gets you on different lists to be pre-approved to purchase NFTs early. This is if someone wants to transfer you or gift you an NFT, you have to share this number with them. So that OXE, and everyone's will look different, but they start with the 0X and then a string of multiple characters after that. Okay, so that's okay to share. See, so I'm hovering over it here and it says copied to clipboard. So that's okay to share. And then the other thing here is we are on the Ethereum mainnet. You see up in the right-hand corner, the networks that you can be on. There are different networks. We're going to focus on Ethereum, but I just want you to see that there are other networks that you can add. This is for other blockchains and other cryptocurrencies. So you can add, you know, for Polygon, if someone is sending you something in another currency, you might have to add that. But we're focused on Ethereum. Right. And so you see then that cool icon, which all of ours will look different. Mine in this one happens to be yellow and red. That's, you know, account number 1 as it's titled. I can create multiple accounts within this. So you might have, one that you're using that is more public and you're okay if people see, and then one maybe that's internal, or you are, it's separating things out. These are my NFTs that are utility NFTs. These are my NFTs that are art and the ones that I love that are beautiful. So you can create multiple accounts, fancy stuff. We won't get into that yet. We're going to focus on our first one today. You also can connect a hardware wallet. Hardware wallets are like your backup storage for your digital assets. We recommend Ledger. That's a really great sort of backup storage unit, and you connect that hardware wallet, and then it's a little bit like having your USB sort of backup drive. Okay, so you can do that as well. But if you come back, to the general settings in your Metamask wallet here, you see
we went to,
and then
like
your
a cafe,
activity.
you met that black guy there.
Oh, let me just mute us here. Hold on one second. Are we good? Okay. Great. So that's what it looks like on MetaMask, and that's really it. So if we go back to step one, does anyone remember what step one is? The extension, right? So we went to Google, we found the extension, we downloaded that Chrome extension. Then within the Chrome extension, first, we did a password with minimum of 8 characters to get us set up. Then we went through that security protocol and we got our 12-word seed phrase. And then boom, once we had that recorded somewhere, we are in. And once you have this OXE on and on and on, you have a digital wallet. Boom. I think we should drink to that. Stop for a little wine moment. Okay, good. We're feeling good, feeling great, feeling like we're in our Sunday best. All right. So we are gonna now move. We've got a digital wallet set up. Great. That is where we are going to house the beautiful NFT that you get from the Tuttle Tribe. But the thing we need to make sure that you do is that you have the Ethereum in your wallet to make the purchase. Okay. So again, there are a lot of options of different cryptocurrency exchanges, and the big guys are always fighting with each other. So this is not an endorsement of one over the other. There are pros and cons, and that's a whole nother webinar. But for today, we're just going to model the Coinbase setup. Okay. So again, got our wallet, that's ready, and we will eventually transfer that Ethereum into that wallet so that we can buy the NFT on March 16th. So let's get to the point where we can set up that Coinbase. So I went to coinbase.com. I put in my email address to set up my Coinbase account. Now, like what we just went through with the MetaMask wallet, and it was great. We got to have a sip of wine, we're feeling good. This takes a minute longer. Okay. There's some more steps in this. So, there's the email setup phase. So you enter in your email, you will get a request in your email to verify that email. Then you go back to your email address, get that verification set up, and then you'll have to actually go through and set up your profile. Okay. You're doing, pretty general basic information here to get that profile set up. But we're not done. So we go through, we send, tell them who we are, some of our background information. And because this is, this is currency, this is, again, it's like, setting up your crypto bank, they want to verify who you are. So they are asking, they're going to ask you to verify your identity. So you can do that multiple ways. I chose to do that with my driver's license, and I did that on mobile. You can do it through the webcam. You can upload your driver's license, whatever, source is easiest for you. And again, it kind of depends on where you are. If you're at home and you want to just snap the webcam, great. That's super easy. But they want to make sure that you are who you are. So I uploaded this from my mobile phone to make sure that they knew I was who I was saying I was. And that took about maybe 1 to 2 minutes. It wasn't a long time to wait for that. So that step doesn't take too long. So great. Now they know I am who I said I am, and I am in my wallet. So I, in those steps, created the account and I verified my info. So here you see, you know, the back end, the mainframe of what that looks like on Coinbase. But in order to purchase cryptocurrency, I have to add a payment. So you have to connect a bank account. You can connect PayPal. You can do direct deposit. You can also, you know, do a debit card to put money into this account. So you have a lot of options. And again, if you're gearing up for the mint on March 16th, the maximum that you would be spending is under $1,000 to mint the full 5 if you wanted all 5. So any of these options are open to you because you're not, you know, you're not minting a really expensive NFT from the drop and minting multiple. The maximum you can do is 5, and they're priced at 0.05 ETH. So again, you can choose any one of these options to connect the payment method. And once you choose which one you prefer, that takes a second to, again, confirm that you are who you are and that you have the right to transfer those funds from your bank account into the crypto exchange. Great. Now, let's say you do that, you got your payment methods set up, and you are rocking and rolling. So you are then ready. Let me go back here. You see this here. You see the 3 green check marks. Your account was created. You verified your info with your ID, and you added that payment method. So now you are ready to buy cryptocurrency. This is actually a really cool moment if this is the first time that you are buying crypto. I think, now that crypto has been around for, close to a decade, people are really understanding the power of different currencies, and especially with NFTs and the use cases that are built on top of that. This is a really cool moment, to buy your first piece of cryptocurrency. So again, our NFT is in Ethereum. So it had pre-populated there. The first choice was Bitcoin. You have to select what you want to buy and then select Ethereum. I'm just going to do a one-time purchase from my Chase account. And again, I mentioned that, the maximum you can mint from our drop is 5. And they're priced at 0.05 ETH. Today, actually, Ethereum is like $2,500. It's on sale. So each one NFT costs like $120, which if you break that out for the amount of discounts on conferences, the free, in-person events that you're attending, it's a steal. So choose whatever amount you want to transfer, and whether it's just for that purchase or beyond, and if you're using this as an investment and you want to do more, again, that's not what this webinar is about. That's for you to choose. But let's say that I want to mint 5 of them, and I want to give myself some cushion for what we call gas fee. So gas fee is like not as simple as the Amazon account, when you have your shipping fee or whatever it may be, or your Uber Eats and your, one-time, additional fee that comes on something. Gas fluctuates based on how much demand is on the blockchain at that moment. So it's hard to say exactly how much you want to have for gas, but you want to have enough of a cushion that the transaction on the blockchain can be executed. So if I'm multiplying that 120 that it currently is with the extra cushion, and I want to give myself then around that, point, or that would actually be what? Yeah, 0.25 plus some on the gas. So maybe I want to do 0.3 Ethereum. So I did $900 that I want to transfer. And I'm going to preview that buy. And it's going to ask me, do you want to pay? That was earlier today when Ethereum was $2,600. Now it's a little cheaper. And, you know, do you want to make it a weekly buy? You can do that if you want. And then you click buy now. And that, my friends, is almost the last step where we get to celebrate and have another glass of wine. The last thing we can do is then we come here. Now I purchased Ethereum. Yay. And you will see in your assets what your balance is of how much Ethereum you have. And you can now take this Ethereum and you can send it. And where are we going to send it to? Back to that wallet that we just created. Okay. So now how much do I want to send? You put in the amount that you want to send. And here's the important part is the to section. Okay. It says to, you can send this to a mobile address. You can send it to an email, or where it says address, what they mean is that wallet address. And does anyone remember the string of letters and numbers that it starts with? O, X, and on, right? That's our wallet address that we are going to copy and paste into here. And so on the right side of my screen, which, oh, I'm real. Okay, there you go. I went into my extension. Remember that good old extension that we downloaded before? So here we are. That's my extension for my MetaMask. Okay, so I'm going back to that. There it is. There's my extension. What am I doing? Copying that wallet address. Boom. Pasting it. And I can continue. Oh, I had to put in the amount. How much do I want to transfer? Let's say I want to transfer $5. I click continue. You send it, and then it will tell you if there's a fee and if there's a network fee. And the network fee, this is why actually sending a bit larger amounts is better, because that network fee, like, so I'm sending $5 and I would be, you know, taxed like $2.39 to send that. You know, oftentimes if you're sending a couple $100, that fee might be close to the same, maybe maximum it's $8 total, right? To send a couple hundred. So it's actually a little bit better to send larger chunks with less frequency than to send $5 over and over, because then you are going to rack up like some extra costs that just aren't worth it. But that's it. You put in that wallet address, you accept these fees, and you click send now. And then when you go back to that MetaMask extension, you are going to find in your MetaMask that new balance of Ethereum in there. So I mean, I feel like we are ready to rock and roll in just 30 minutes. So granted, you know, we're going faster because we didn't do some of the steps, you know, doing the verification of your ID, but those only take a minute or two in between each of those steps. So you can absolutely get yourself set up with your wallet, that extension. If you choose to use MetaMask, you can also use a Coinbase wallet or any of the other wallets that you might want to research. And then you can go on a crypto exchange. Again, we modeled Coinbase today, but there are many others that you could choose from. Grab that Ethereum and make sure that you have at least 0.06, because if you have 0.05 only, you won't be able to pay for the gas of that NFT. And we want to make sure that you're set up to get at least one of those fire NFTs that we got created by Amaranto Martinez. So if you have any questions, you can follow us on Twitter. You can get in touch with us through the website. And we want to make sure that everybody is RSVP'd for the event. Even if you can't come live in person, that's okay. You share your wallet address, and then you have the opportunity to get one of these NFTs before anybody else. You want to get it before they go on sale to the public. So you get it at that 9 a.m. pre-public mint window. Okay. And so you want to go to our website here to RSVP for the event. You'll share your wallet address there. and you will be set to rock and roll and be part of the Tuttle Tribe with us. So that's all I have for you. And I'm sure that you want to continue to go back to your evenings of sip and see. And now you want to get your wallet set up and get that crypto in there to research all the different NFTs that you could get. So we are going to leave it here. Again, if you have any questions, DM us, follow us on Twitter, and we'll get back to you there. But I appreciate you guys for learning, for jumping in, for being here alongside us, and for being part of the Tuttle Tribe and believing in women's power in Web3. All right, signing off, friends.